Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Something I thought I'd mention to you is you need to understand cultures, different cultures. I know most people they stay in their own little comfort zone and they really don't get out too much. And then when you think about business, a lot of people don't really talk about business, but business is a big thing. And when I get stopped by police, military, or even drug cartel, bandits, all this kind of stuff, when they stop me, I turn it into a business. And so I treat them as if I am working with somebody from another culture, and it's some kind of a business arrangement we're going to be working through. And the reason I do it like that is, well, the first thing is I understand business. And the basics for business is everyone benefits. If everyone benefits, it's a good business. If one person gets screwed out of the deal, it's not a business. Business doesn't screw people. So, in other words, if we can make this arrangement that we just got ourselves into a business arrangement, we can work something out where we'll all benefit. It could be something as simple as they just want to look, and then they look, and then I leave. Okay, it's a simple business thing, no big deal. Really, neither one of us benefit, but neither one of us is hurt. Okay, it's funny because but before you can do business with these people, you have to have some kind of knowledge of their culture. Now, there are some basic instincts, such as nobody wants to be hurt. You've heard me say that before. So if they feel like they're going to be hurt, as any human, they're more ready to negotiate and this kind of stuff. So, but what I'm talking about is if you understand their culture, you know if you really understand it good, you'll know what's good and the things you're supposed to do and the things you're not supposed to do. That's the best. But a lot of times we come up to cultures, but cultures, you have to do a lot of studying to learn that much. So, but there are certain things that you do need to get yourself familiar with. And now I'm not even going to try to tell you all the stuff that I've learned. But what I'm trying to get across is you can get things done if you know and understand the culture. It was funny. Today I got involved with the lawyers, and one of the things that I did was so funny. Lawyers, especially good lawyers, they really know culture. They know exactly the proper things to do and the things you don't do. And it was funny because when it was done, we do what do I always say? Bribe. You always bribe. Okay. So how do you bribe anybody? How much do you give them and all this kind of stuff? And so what I ended up doing is I gave them a piece of candy, and it's I think it's a truffle, I think is what it is, and it's got alcohol in it. I think it was Bailey's, what it has in it, or Kahlua, one or the other. And so I gave them this, Now see, now I don't know, do you give them $1,000 to bribe them and stuff like that? I don't know. And I don't deal with that kind of stuff. I deal with being nice kind of bribes. And so seeing that I couldn't talk and I didn't say anything to anybody, so I didn't offend anybody. So I thought, well, this would be a good time for me to do some bribing, make some new friends. And so I did. I gave each one of them a piece of candy. What was funny is I was waiting. I do, remember I said everything I do is on purpose. And what I did is I handed the candy to them. They opened their hand, and I put it in there. And I was waiting to see who would not, because that's offensive. If they understand who they're dealing with, the Chinese, they would know Chinese like gifts. So, and so not only Chinese like gifts, I like giving gifts. So, that's why I was doing it. So they did. Every one of them stuck their hand out. So that was a good thing. But it was funny because one took their candy and left it on the table. And that's an insult. And so it was all Chinese except for the lawyers. They weren't Chinese, but everybody else was all Chinese. And so it was funny because the insult wasn't to all the other Chinese people, it was to me. And I didn't say anything to the guy, so there's nothing I did to insult him. So I thought it was really funny. And but what it did, this is what I'm getting to the point, what it did is it taught me that particular person has no honor. Just that simple, stupid thing showed he didn't have any honor. It was, like I say, it was an insult. And now, at least everybody else had enough thinking power, I guess, or manners, to put the candy in their pocket, and they probably went out and threw it in a trash can. That's one thing. None of them, and this is what I was waiting for, none of them opened the candy and ate it. And if they would have done that, they would have got themselves a friend. What I'm saying, it's simple little things that makes a big difference. So that's why I made the videos on manning up, manners, this type of stuff. You need to have this knowledge. Think. Everything you do tells people something about you. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.